What did you think of the PK call?
I didn't think it was a PK. Even watching replays, I still don't think it's a PK. I think Dwyer heads it first, and then Frei gets it off his head. Well, if a guy heads it, well, you got to make a save. He should be allowed to make a save, which is what he did. He punched it clear after it came off his head, and I think it's one of those. It's one of those calls that generally, don't get made against the goalkeeper.
I was going to say the keeper seems like they get the benefit of the doubt in those situations. You ever seen a call quite like that?
Keeper gets the benefit of the doubt in that situation, but I didn't even think that was a benefit of the doubt. I mean, if you go over the videotape and you watch Dwyer, Dwyer played like 30 minutes. Just count how many times he's on the ground.
Have you found that there's a balance to that kind of thing at all, where maybe you'll get one that you shouldn't?
It evens out at the end of the day. At least you hope it evens out. Yeah. The offsides one too, because I read your thing on the offsides. But once a player's behind the ball, he's not offsides. And the problem was the linesman, the AR, kept up with the last defender. Well, the last defender was unimportant because all he had to do was keep up with the ball because the ball was ahead of Nagel. So even if Nagel's ahead of the last defender, he's never offsides because he's behind the ball. That was just, I think, an error from the AR in terms of his positioning. But, again, it happens. They're human. We make mistakes. We miss chances. Nagel had a breakaway, missed that. So, it happens.
You guys are undermanned in that one, and I think you said you thought you played well enough to at least get a point. Is it a little bit more frustrating to have a couple of those calls like that you disagree with in that situation?
It's just time to move on. It's time to move on and get ready for the next game at this stage. Things like that. We have players on this team, and I think we showed that we can play with some quality even with some guys missing, and that's the important thing.
Are you concerned that any discipline might follow with Frei apparently making some contact with the official?
It's really hard to tell if he made contact. He was bringing up his arms to point at his own chest. As much. I would be disappointed if they looked into that.
And of the guys who were not available, how do things look health-wise for the coming weekend?
We'll see. It's still too early to tell at this stage. Oba gets the splint off today, so we'll see how he is tomorrow. Clint was obviously out here today, so he should be fine for this weekend. And then with all the other guys, we'll see. We'll see how many minutes Evans plays on Wednesday, and he gets back on Thursday, how he feels.